Sean Navarro with CAMSS, and I'm here with Charles Clarke from Veeam Software. Hi Charles. Before we start, for those who aren't quite familiar with Veeam, could you just give us a little introduction as to what you do?
Yeah, absolutely. So Veeam Software are an independent software vendor. We're actually the number one vendor in the space of cloud data management. So anything that really involves flexibility or portability for data between private clouds, hybrid cloud, public cloud, Veeam essentially provides the engine to move that data, make it flexible, and make it a strategic asset for our customers.
Well, and you just facilitated the session on driving the business through technology, essentially looking at how to convince the business that IT is an enabler and not a commodity. Can you start off by giving us a quick overview of some of the key discussion points discussed?
Yeah, for sure. We had a very robust discussion. The first thing that I would pull out is that we realized that IT as a commodity is not a bad thing. The lights have to stay on. So really viewing IT as a commodity is table stakes. So assuming that IT delivers that basic level of service, then that really becomes a foundation for providing enablement. One of the key points that really resonated with me in our discussion is how, whilst shadow IT still exists, it's very much being pushed into the limelight. So we're finding many organizations now are really empowering other elements of the business to go out and perform their own IT investments, and where IT really becomes an enabler or a facilitator or a connector for those investments. But rather than have a kind of shadow IT that would have to be, thou shalt not, managed by an IT department, I think those days are probably in our rearview mirror now, and the rest of the business is engaging with broader cloud, SaaS, PaaS type providers, as well as with a traditional in-house IT. So that was one of the key things that resonated with me.
Interesting. So why do you feel that many companies still view IT in traditional measures rather than allowing it to play a key role in major decision making?
Well, I mean, it's a dichotomy, and I think really it's a pendulum that sort of swings both ways. I don't think it's true for any organization to say IT is a cost center or IT is an overhead without having that same organization the next day say IT was the hero, IT saved our business today. So I really think it's there's a pendulum that sort of swings across that spectrum. I mean, one of the sort of key elements for me was around how IT is really a connection fabric within an organization, not just from a technical standpoint, but also for the organization itself. Because data is in every aspect of how every organization runs today. Every organization is a data-driven organization today. Because data is in every aspect of every organization, IT therefore has to engage with all elements of the business. So one of the interesting elements, I think, to help sort of change that mindset is viewing IT as that connector between all the different elements of the business, because all of them effectively have to come and feed at the trough of IT to deliver against the projects or be enabled for the projects that they want to deliver.
Absolutely. Finally, what do you think people should go away and do in order to start shifting this mindset in their own respective organizations?
Okay, so I think there's a number of things. First of all, I think IT leaders need to be able to talk the talk with executives, so it's understanding the business. In many ways, I think IT leaders should have a better handle on the business than maybe even some of the other business executives should. And again, they have a real opportunity to do that because they act as that connecting fabric across all the business units within an organization. So that would be the first thing. The other thing I think would be to look for opportunities to have IT be that strategic leader, and I think there are sort of two key concrete examples where IT can do this. So rather than simply be a delivery mechanism for a business unit, actually drive a business unit. So those two key examples would be, number one, in the realm of automation. So there's a real opportunity for IT to automate processes for the business that the business never even knew could be, or never even knew it wanted automated. That would lead to cost savings and efficiencies. A prime example of that might be DR. Most organizations will engage in a DR strategy as kind of an insurance policy. Might get out of jail if Godzilla comes through town. But in all honesty, there's a real opportunity because it's a copy of our data and a copy of our applications in another location. There's a real opportunity to leverage that data and to turn that into a strategic asset. For example, at Veeam, we help customers spin up data labs so they can perform testing and penetration testing and application testing on that secondary copy of the data without impacting production. So that would be one. Another concrete example would be in the realm of analytics. So IT has an opportunity to use analytics to provide data-driven decisions that the business can then use to make economic decisions and investment decisions going forward. So it would be a couple of key areas where I think IT can lead and would be a call to action for the viewers.
Charles, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you, Sean.
Yeah, absolutely.
Great to be here. Cheers.